Every time you get into a car, whether you like it or not, it's an adventure. I lived in some time when I was growing up in Puerto Rico, and a friend of mine, his dad, had a car that he had put together for racing. We were going slow as hell, but it felt like going a million miles an hour because he was shifting through the gears and it was noisy and all that stuff, and it gave me that impression. But it was fun. I found it to be amazing. When I learned about these, I got the black one, which is a great car and it's still a fantastic drive. I end up gravitating to cars that is not necessarily relegated to how fast it is on a straight line. A friend of mine said it's so ugly that it's beautiful. It's in the eye of the beholder. I think it's beautiful, and it's beautiful. It just makes you smile just looking at it. And I don't keep things to look at them. I keep things that must drive. This car fulfills that 1000%. This car didn't come to the United States, so whatever's here is a gray market car. It's almost like a privilege to own. It's one of the most special cars I have. My name is Juan Carlos Fernandez, and we're driving a 1984 Renault R5 Maxi Turbo. In the early 80s, Renault decided to go out rally racing. They came up with a design from Gandini, if I'm not mistaken. They homologated their Renault R5 by putting the engine in the rear, put better suspension, better brakes. They went for it and they made it a valiant effort. They won some races and they had some limited success, but they had some really good drivers. So this, what it is, it's a street car converted to a race car. It's got some really particular things to it, like that big wing on the top for more downforce, the complete front end with all the lights and everything. The engine's built by Bosian, the same people that made the engines in France. Some spots have been strengthened and welded to make the car stiffer. It's got upgraded brakes, the upgraded transmission with the gears from rally where the first gear is longer, so the rest of the gears come in quicker. The hood tilts forward and it's made out of Kevlar. So it's a factory part, extremely rare. The interior is pretty much exactly what a period rally car would have. It has all the computers, it has the original type gauges. So it's all proper, basically an exact or very close replica of the original factory race car. One of the things about buying a car unseen is that you take some risks. When I got the car, it needed some work. It wasn't running right. The motor was not boosting at all. It had a dual disc clutch and it didn't work right. I took it to a friend of mine that is very good with turbo cars, and we were able to boost it to a really safe level. With that and the clutch, it's night to day. Probably 8-to-1 compression on a 1.5 liter motor, give or take. So you got no low end torque, and then all of a sudden it wakes up like around, I'm gonna say 3,000 RPM, and from there it wants to fly over the red line. It gives you the impression that you just cannot corner hard enough to lose traction. To have a car that close to the original cars, it sounds the way you would dreamt of, and the car's making you feel precisely the way you would love to feel, and it's all worth it. I came from Cuba when I was 8 months old in 1963, and my family had to leave everything behind. So we struggled a lot, but my father and my mother had tremendous values and work ethics. And we moved to Puerto Rico when I was like 2 or 3 years old, grew up there. My cousins were in the car business, so I had the opportunity of getting whatever little money I had saved up, and I bought a car that cost $200. Long story short, bought one car, bought two cars, bought three cars. And then when I was tired, I would work more. And when I wanted to go home, I stayed. And that's it. That's the bottom line. Now I own an auto dealership here, Furco Motors. The lessons of my life, working hard and doing the right thing, has transferred into my business. So I want to give a shout out to the people that work there because I'm very proud of them all. And we're like a big family. Your goals should be to have the right people around you and be happy with whatever you have. But hard work pays, and doing it the right way, that's when it's really, really rewarding.